Here's the problem, guys. When it comes to traffic generation, most likely, 9 times out of 10, you have a great product, okay, or service. You have a rock star product or service and you're excited about it and you put that product online, but nobody seems to be interested. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Renee. Nobody seems to be interested in your product or service. When you put up a post, you hear crickets. Maybe 1 or 2 friends might like it because they feel bad for you and they want to support you. But you're not making noise like you want to. You're really not sure where to start with your audience. You're not sure where to go. You're not sure even if your product is the right product. So that's the problem, is that your product isn't selling. You have it online, but you're not making the sales that you need to make, especially not to produce a full-time income, right? So not a lack of traffic is a big problem for a lot of business owners. Whether you're on Etsy, whether you're on eBay, whether you're on Shopify, whether you're on WordPress or wherever you're selling, a lack of traffic is a big issue for a lot of business owners, okay? So we're going to talk about some tips to get that traffic rolling your way. And I think it's a lot more basic and but it's more basic than you think, but it's very, very focused, okay? So we're going to get started today. So we talked about the problem. The problem is that you have a rock star product that you believe in. You have a rock star product that you believe in, right? Hello, no eyes, no money, Renee. Don't be talking about my live stream. She's taking the words out of my mouth. Hey, Dr. Regina, blessings to you as well, and welcome in, love. So the problem is that you've got the product, but you do not have the traffic. These notifications keep coming up, y'all, and I'm like looking up. Okay, so that's the issue. So one of the questions that I know some of you are asking, and I've had some people ask me, is this: is it my product that's the problem? Is it that nobody wants my product? Am I in the wrong niche, right? So I know that a lot of people start to question themselves. When things don't start to going wrong externally, or things aren't going right externally, what do, y'all? We start to question ourselves. We start to question our ideas. We start to question our services and our products. Well, why didn't this person buy from me? What went wrong? So the first thing I want to tell you, okay, is that most likely it's not your product. Now, one thing that I do want to say is that product research is important. It's very important that you're selling things that people want. It's very important that you're selling things that are in high demand. But is the product your main issue? No, that's only half of the battle, okay? So having the wrong product, I know that that's a question that may have crossed your mind, but 9 times out of 10, you don't necessarily have the wrong product. You just aren't making enough noise to get enough eyes on that product. However, I'm just saying that, oh my goodness, y'all. However, I'm just saying that product research is important. So are you guys getting something from this so far? Y'all following me? Do you understand? Have you ever thought that way? Talk it up in the comments. Give me some reactions so I can see. Okay, so you still, even after having the right product or whatever the situation is, you still will need to find your audience, and you still will need to plug into your traffic sources. You still will need to find your audience, and you still will need to plug into your traffic sources in order to give that product idea the fuel it needs to take off. Thanks, Renee. So, okay. So that's going to be really, really, really important. So one thing that I do want to say as a tip here, please don't assume that because you are in love with your product and because it's something that you would wear or it's something that you would want, that it's something that your audience would want, right? I have a long list of things I could talk to you about and that I can teach you. I have a long list of things that I'm doing every day that I could share with you, and I feel like it might be of benefit to my audience, but if my audience isn't looking for that right now, unfortunately, it may flop. So there have been times that I've tried to sell things to my audience. There have been times that I've tried to sell things to my customers that my customers do not want. Okay, so sometimes it's not your product, guys. Is that you're getting your product, the right product, in front of the wrong audience. I'm going to say it again. It's not always your product, guys. Valencia, hey, my lovely. Welcome, welcome in. I'm coming to see you next week. Get ready. So sometimes it's not the wrong product. You have the right product, but you're getting the right product in front of the wrong audience. So your matching game is off. Your matching game is off a little bit, okay? And it's so important to understand that, right? All right now, okay? So I don't want for you to assume that just because you're in love with the product, you would wear it, you would buy it, it's a service that you need. Don't assume that your audience also needs it, okay? Sometimes we are talking to the wrong people about the right product. It might be right, but it's just not right for the people that you're talking to about it, and it may do a big flop, okay? So I just wanted to throw that out there, that your products do need to be tested and all that kind of stuff, but it is definitely just half of the battle, all right? So let me tell you a little story before we go into our 3 tips. You guys have heard me tell this story before. When I first started doing e-commerce, I took a long, hard stretch into a jewelry store. I had a fashion jewelry store. I had it for many years. I don't know, maybe about 8 years or something like that. And I did find some success with it, okay? So I did get daily sales, and, you know, it was successful, and I was making a good amount of money, so much so I was able to sell the store for big money. So I did pretty good with the store. But let me tell you why I sold it, okay? Number one, I could not separate what I wanted. Hey, Mo, welcome in. I couldn't separate what I wanted, guys, from what my customers wanted. I was too emotionally attached to the product. I was too emotionally attached to what I was selling. So guess what happened? When people didn't want it, I spent too much time trying to tweak it. I spent too much time trying to perfect it. I spent too much time trying to transform it. Welcome, Amara. Welcome in. I spent way too much time trying to transform, right, the product instead of just walking away. So a lot of times, guys, that's what we do with our products and services. We spend way too much time trying to perfect it. Trying to make it right, redoing the website. Maybe it's just my colors. Maybe, oh no, you know, the product. Maybe if I make a video, no. Sometimes, guys, you have the wrong audience for your product. Your particular audience doesn't want this right now. Sometimes it's the time of the year. Let it go. Sometimes it's time to let it go and move on. Sometimes you get too emotionally attached to the product. Let me remind you of something. You are gifted. You are gifted. You are not a product. You're not the product that you sell. You are the gift. You are gifted. So the product that you sell may change from time to time, but it doesn't take away the fact that you are still effective and you are gifted. We got to get intelligent and smart and analytical about this thing. And sometimes our customers don't want this specific thing. So I really did have to part ways with that store, guys, because it was draining me. I was too worried about what I liked and imposing that on my customers. Oh, they don't like this. What can I do with this? No, it was time for me to let go. So sometimes products come and go. It's either they win or they don't. It's either they're going to be successful or they're going to be a flop. You've got to try different things. You've got to test. And you've got to keep it moving. Yes, and Valencia, you know what? We all sometimes take it personal when our products don't work. So I had to cut ties with that store, that's right, Norval, and let it go. So just to do a quick reset, guys, if you could share and invite this out, that would be super awesome. Thanks for your support. Thanks for spreading the love. I'm Dallas Gordon, ecomcashqueen.com, your ecom business coach and marketing success strategist. Today, guys, we are talking about 3 rockstar traffic generation tips, okay? Oh, thanks, girl. 2 of these I got from Mexico. And let me tell you, this silver is the truth. It will not tarnish. It will not change. Thanks, lovely. And this one I got for, my husband got it for me. I think it was birthday, something like that. I don't remember. It's all coming together for me. I don't know. So I appreciate that though. So guys, we're talking about 3 rockstar traffic generation tips. Make sure that you click the link below later or copy and paste it into your browser to sign up for the 3-day Jumpstart Instagram Bootcamp. Thank you so much, Valencia, for inviting. You guys are rock stars. Are y'all ready? Okay, so we're going to keep going. Are y'all ready for number 1? And I want somebody to type this into the comments. Know your audience. And it's just, I'm going to be honest, guys. I went on Instagram Live on Tuesday. I think I'm going to take on YouTube Live on Monday. I think I'm going to take that on. But I went on Instagram Live on Tuesday. I was live in my Ecom Mastermind group yesterday. I've been live every day. And I have to be honest with you guys. I've been repeating myself until I'm blue in the face because it's all about repetition and it's basic. Thanks, Renee. It's thanks, Danielle, know your audience. Know your audience inside out. I want you to know, who are they? What are they passionate about? What is their pain point? Okay? What is their pain point? When I say pain point, a lot of the people, good morning, EC, welcome in. A lot of the people who are attracted to this live or who may want to hear this content are people who are lacking the online traffic that they need. That's the pain point. They have a great product, but they're lacking the traffic to the website and product that they need. So what is their pain point? What do they want? And there are lots of ways that you can kind of poll what your customers want. That's right, author Jolanda. That's right, know that audience. So my Facebook group is almost like a case study. So anybody that's in my free mastermind, what they don't realize is, or maybe they do realize, it's an exchange. So I'm providing, right, a lot of information. That's right, Renee. I'm providing a lot of information for free to my audience, but free is never really free, guys, okay? In exchange for information. What do you guys want to know? Would you be interested in this? I'm polling my audience. I'm polling my email list. It's called social listening. I'm listening all the time because I don't show up to waste your time and I don't show up to waste my time. I don't want to show up and talk to you about things that aren't going to help you grow. So I'm speaking empty words. They aren't helping you. A lot of times we're providing things to our audience. We think we're providing value, but we're not, because it's not what our audience wants or needs. So we're speaking empty words to them and we're not making ourselves valuable. And that's why a lot of them are not making the connection and they aren't hitting the buy button. I'm going to say that again. And I really apologize if I'm stepping on anybody's toes. Sometimes we're so wrapped up in ourselves and what we do and what we can offer. And we're talking so much, but we're not listening. We aren't doing any social listening. We don't know the first thing about our customer, what they want, what they're passionate about, and what they need right now. We have no idea about that. And that was something, I can speak about it because I struggled with it. That was something, thanks Lord Val, that I struggled with towards the beginning of my journey as a business coach. Because first I was just doing it to myself. I wasn't teaching anybody, right? Sometimes you don't think people tell me, yeah, oh, that's a big problem too. You know, finding those people that are actually going to tell you what you need. And it's different ways to kind of poll your audience, giving out surveys, reviews, different things like that, right? Yes, and Mo, a lot of us do that, especially women. We focus on what we like and what drives us, but our audience doesn't always want what we like. Oftentimes our audience wants the opposite. And I have to tell you that when I first started coaching, I had 10 years of knowledge. So I felt like I've got so much knowledge and I can teach them all of these expert tips and tricks and I can teach them how to do cartwheels. And so what I'm teaching as an e-commerce coach is so basic to me compared to all the knowledge I have. And that's what a lot of us think. I know all this stuff. I have 10 years of information to share with my audience, and it literally, I don't want to say kills me, but it literally pains me to have to teach them these basics. Well, guess what? Sometimes, guys, the basics are what people need, and what people need to hear over and over and over again, because unfortunately, a lot of times people never focus hard enough to even pass the basics to even get to advanced. Okay, so sometimes you got to dial it back a bit and you got to be more basic. And a lot of times that's what I have to do in order to captivate my audience. I got to dial it back a bit. I can't give people my whole full 11 years or so of knowledge and experience. I got to dial it back a bit. And I got to understand that everybody is not there yet, right? So that's another thing, okay? So number 2 is, where will you get your traffic? Where? Okay, because I have a lot of people to say, oh, I'm getting X amount of visitors to my site and I'm not converting any sales. So you're going to need a heck of a lot of visitors to your site to get sales. So that's the first thing I want to say, is that bounce rates, people coming in and leaving, are very high for online shoppers. They have a very short attention span, guys. So it's very normal when people come and leave and don't buy. So you're going to need to do the numbers. You're going to need a lot of traffic coming into your website in order to convert a sale. Okay, so thanks, Valencia, for popping that below. Where, guys? The first question is, now that we talked about knowing our audience, having the right product in front of them, that's right, Warvel, where in the world will we get the traffic? Ask yourself that question. Okay, I have a plan. I have a great product. What is my traffic source? Is your traffic source your personal page to your Facebook friends? You go for it. You go for it. That may not be the best place to generate buyers. I'm just going to be honest. A lot of us have pages full of friends that we went to high school with, or we may have been in an MLM with, or a network marketing opportunity with at some point in time. Or we're connected with a lot of other marketers who are not trying to buy your stuff. They're trying to sell stuff. So your Facebook timeline, if it's not yielding results, I need for you to not grow emotionally attached to the traffic source. And I need you to cut the ties and focus on what really matters. Okay? Because we get so attached to things when they don't work. And we try them a million different times in different ways, and we're not yielding results. It's time to diversify your marketing strategies, okay? So where else can we get this traffic from? That's question number 2. Where am I going to get this traffic from? Okay, so when it comes to where you're going to get the traffic from, guys, I want you to pick 2 to 3 traffic sources. If you're really a newbie, a beginner, you haven't done this before, I would say start with 1. And then add on, because you want to diversify, and especially the way that Facebook acts a little jank. Okay, you don't want to put all your eggs in Facebook's basket, right, Lorval? You want to diversify. That's right, Renee. You got it. You want to diversify. So pick a couple traffic sources. I want you to develop a strategy and a routine. And I always tell you, one good way to develop a strategy for your business, of course, you can contact me for a strategy session if you want to put up the money. You can do that, or you can research what businesses are similar to yours, okay, in your area of business, and see what they are doing. It's called observing. Listening again. Sometimes we shoot off like a rocket and we take action without doing the research. And don't think the research takes a long time. It doesn't. Follow a few people and a few businesses that are similar to your own and observe. What are they doing? What are their audiences responding back to? How can I duplicate this and make it my own? How can I put my own spin on it? Develop a strategy that works for you. Develop a routine that works for you. So if you're on Pinterest, because you guys know I just finished talking about that and teaching that, and you've only been on there for a month, the only thing that you've done is create your profile and then pinned a few things and you've left, and you don't get results, please don't panic. You haven't done anything. You haven't showed up. You are posting to your Facebook timeline more than you are marketing for your business with this diverse traffic strategy that you said you were going to give a shot. You haven't showed up for that traffic strategy in a whole month. Are you pinning every day? Are you pinning valuable content? Are you creating boards? Are you joining group boards? Are you collaborating with other pinners? There's a whole playlist out there on my YouTube channel, if you aren't ready to buy my course, where I'm giving free information about that stuff, the basics, to get you started and to get you rocking so you can buy my course. So if you are not showing up and strategizing and being consistent with your traffic sources, guys, you're not going to get results. So that would be the second part of that, okay? And another thing is know the platform. Know the social media platform inside and out. And I want you to ask yourself, how can I best reach my ideal customer on that specific platform? You see what I'm saying? So if you guys are coming in, drop me a comment below. Say hello to your girl. Share and invite this out for others who need to hear this. Thank you for showing me some love, guys. Show me some reactions. Drop some comments. And if you're following along, that nasal drip is starting. It's wintertime. The more I talk, the more nasal I get, okay? So hang in there with me, guys, all right? So those are some things that I want you to do. I am not going to market on my Facebook page to my ideal customer the same way that I'm going to market on Instagram. I'm not going to market to my ideal customer on Instagram the same way I'm going to market on Pinterest. I'm not going to market on Pinterest the same way I'm going to market on Twitter. These are all very different social, thanks Orval, platforms, all very different social media platforms, and they all work in a different way. Jamila, hey girl, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Thanks Valencia. Long list, huh? Thank you, love. Yes, all different social media platforms that all tick and talk and work a different way. So you got to reach your audience in different ways on different social media platforms. Instagram. Know who's over there. Where does your ideal customer hang out? Who do they follow? What hashtags do they respond best to? Okay? And what type of content do they like? I guarantee you the way they respond on Instagram is not going to be the same that they respond on Pinterest. So know the platform that you're marketing on and master it. Nothing stands in your way, guys, but you and failure to do what it takes to win. One small action a single day on these platforms will make a difference. Let me tell you something. That's what I'm talking about, Dion. She said, thanks for the gems. I'm going to find my ideal customer. That's what I'm talking about. You take that action. I love it. So, listen, guys. One small action. So let me give you an example. I go live on Instagram every other Tuesday. I try not to be gone for more than 2 weeks in a row. Why do I do that? The way my life is set up, I can't be over there all the time. I can't go live all the time. But I'm posting 2 to 3 times every single day. I'm using the hashtags that fit my niche best, and I'm commenting. And I'm in some comment hubs as well, some Instagram hubs and pods as well, where I comment and I respond to other people's posts. They do the same for me. But I'm only going live every other Tuesday on Instagram. And every single time I do it, I walk away with customers. I walk away with buyers. Not necessarily because I'm selling anything, but because those people over there are action takers, and I'm just being consistent with what works for me. What is your strategy? What works for you? I'm not talking about an up all-nighter. I'm not talking about a work until your eyes get red and dry. I'm talking about what works for you. And that strategy may be once a week. It may be every other day, but it needs to be consistent and often, okay? I only work out about 20 minutes a day, but I do it every single day, and the results are adding up. I'm seeing a difference in my body. I'm seeing areas where I'm tighter than I wasn't before. Am I perfect? No. Do I have a while to go? Yes. But little small actions, thanks Juetta, every single day make the difference. Make the difference. So plan and strategize and show up and be consistent for yourself and your business, right? So, almost done, guys. Stay consistent. Don't get in your own way. It takes time. Like my daddy used to say, you can't build Rome, baby girl, over a night. That's what he always used to say to me. Over a night, you can't build Rome. You can't build it in one night. I was like, I can if I want to, Dad. I'm having to learn. No, you can't. You can't. The whole city of Rome wasn't built in one night. It wasn't built in one night. It took time. What's your strategy? Pace yourself. Enjoy the ride. Stop always living for the success and the results that you're going to get a month from now, and days from now. Start living for now and enjoy it. Okay, so I want you to get the right information. I want you to test out your strategy and measure your results. Get the right information, test your strategies, and measure your results. If you are never taking the time to say, I just launched this course, okay, how many did I sell? How many emails, Facebook posts, people did I have to talk to? How many broadcasts did I have to do to convert a sale? And how many sales at the end did I convert? What did I do right in that situation that worked for me? And what do I not need to do next time? If you aren't taking the time out when you run that Facebook ads campaign to say how many people bought from that? How many clicks did I get to my website? How many adds to carts did I get? How many abandoned carts did I get? How many buyers did I get from that campaign, okay? Did the males respond best? Did the females respond best? Were they aged 25 to 35? Were they 35 to 44? Who were they? If you don't take time to measure your results, guys, you will never get good. You will never master what you do. Okay, so I'm going to say it again. Get the right information. It doesn't matter to me how I need to get information. If I need to succeed in a certain area because I'm sucking in a certain area right now, I don't care if I have to pay for it or rip up the internet until I find it. I don't care what I have to do to get the right information. I believe in me. I'm going to invest my time and money in me, and I'm going to get that right information. Number 2, test strategies. Don't marry one strategy. Try it for a while. If it isn't producing results, try another strategy. Keep it moving. Don't marry and get emotionally attached to products and strategies, okay? Number 3, measure your results. If you aren't taking time to look at your analytics and what you did and what you didn't do, perfecting what works, eliminating what doesn't work, you're never going to succeed. Okay, that's right, Lorval. He's in here catching this. All right, so the last step, guys, and I say it all the time, and I'm going to explain what I mean by it, is make sure you're home when people visit. And I'm talking about in terms of your website, your sales page, your landing page, your online store. If you aren't home once you get that traffic and you've done all this work to get this traffic to your site, when they get there, they are going to bounce and leave. So it's all that work for nothing. What do I mean by that? I'm not going to get into that. But make sure your product and your website, your page, your store gives clear direction and information. Make sure it's not cluttered. Make sure you're adding all the things to your website for high conversions. You're providing, hey, Tamika, welcome in. You're providing that trust. Make sure that you're doing all of those things, guys, so that when the traffic does come to your website, you're able to convert the sales into buyers. Make sure you're home. That's what I always say. There's nothing like me seeing an ad, I see, I click, I visit the store. When I get there, it is terrible. It's slow. It's slow to load. It's dark. Okay, it's scary, right? There's no information for me to make an informed buying decision. There's no social proof. There's no evidence that anyone has ever brought anything here. Matter of fact, it's cobwebs here. I'm out of here. I'm not going to ask any questions. I'm not going to Google you. I'm going to leave. So, and I think that that's what I'm going to go live on Monday on YouTube about is 10 conversion tips. 10 ways to convert visitors into buyers when they visit your website. That's what I'm going to talk about on Monday. So once you get the traffic, guys, I want you to make sure you are ready.